Aphantasia YouTube clip. Today I'm going to do SDAM, which is a memory problem that people with aphantasia can seem to have. I don't really understand it, so part of what I'm going to say is be full of gaps and holes in knowledge, even though at the moment I'm writing a book about it because I really don't understand it. But just to explain the name, its abbreviation is it's a severely deficient autobiographical memory. So you lack the ability to have a first-person account of what happened. So I don't remember things. It's like imagine if you had a photograph album, and imagine if someone else had a photograph album of all their pictures, and you swapped your albums. Their album would feel the same looking at as I've looked at my own. There's nothing at all. It's not even like I can remember when the pictures are taken, who was in the pictures. I know who's in the pictures because I can tell who they are. I might guess where it's taken, but I wouldn't remember it. I certainly wouldn't remember the picture being taken. I wouldn't remember any details that are linked to that at all, and I wouldn't know or recognise any of the details. So what is it I remember? I don't remember very much. I remember probably 5 to 10 things under the age of 18. Probably not much more than that. I don't have any details of things, but I do remember stuff. I suppose it's equivalent to remember. If someone said remember a book, I could remember bullet pages as if there were story within the book, but they would only be line items. So if you spoke to me, it would appear like I have a memory, but I don't really think of it as a memory because it's so full of gaps. I just don't even think I can classify it as one. Yet that seems to come in conjunction a lot of times with people with aphantasia, but I don't know why they're linked. But it doesn't help not being able to remember something if you also don't have a visual image to compare it to. So if somebody said, "Oh, did you have a dog?" Yeah, I had a dog when I was younger. Do I remember having a dog? No. Do I know I had a dog? Yeah, I've seen the pictures. There's pictures of me with a dog, but I can't remember. I have no memory at all. I would have been about 11 or 12, and I don't recall anything like that. Now, I'm going to try and cover this in a book. I said I'm writing at the moment with my brother. Basically because he was around with me up until the age of 18, pretty much at home together, so we kind of know each other's world, but he seems to know a lot more detail than me. So we're going to try and work out what bits I'm missing and try and understand them a bit as well. I think it's going to help me understand it, but also because it's another one of those conditions that isn't on the World Health Organization database. It means another one of those undiagnosed things, which means if I went to the doctor with it, they would go, don't know what that is then. So there's no treatable element to it, but on the flip side of that, there's no understanding either. Not because they wouldn't want to or because they wouldn't have empathy, but if I went to the doctors thinking I had a memory concern like dementia or Alzheimer's, how would they know it wasn't linked to this condition? And I went in there, and I've always had it because it's an undiagnosed condition in the medical terms. There's no way anyone's going to understand me as a presenting patient. So although it's one of those things that medicine's going to have to work out what to do with, I think it's going to take people like me and others to say, here, we've got this, can you explain it? And kind of work it out from there. I don't know if there's a test to show how you've got it or not. It's almost you reach a conclusion yourself based on things that you've read or understand, but I still don't know enough to really explain to someone else who's probably listening to this this YouTube clip is going to explain.